popping, you guys? Is your blah boy, Mafia Rush. Welcome to another podcast episode. This is podcast episode number 20. If I'm not wrong, it should be podcast episode number 20. Hold up, let me check. Just give me a moment, let me check, guys. I totally forgot what episode we are on. Look, I got to be honest, right? Let me check the podcast. So then, alright. Sorry, we are at podcast number. So yeah, this is podcast number 20. So welcome to podcast episode number 20. Today's topic we're going to talk about the truth of my character Mafia Rush. As you guys may know, the Mafia Rush character has been with me for a very long time, since 2020, I'll say. So yeah. So from 2020 to now 2020 to last year 2024, I've been this character that was known to be very disrespectful, revengeful, and very fearful, and a lot of stuff. But the truth of how it started is quite quite shocking, and the truth about what I'm going to say about this character to me is also quite shocking and sad, right? So back in 2019, when I first downloaded TikTok and I was introduced to it by my friends, I did post couple TikToks in 2019, but once it get to 2020, I deleted all of them because it was kind of cringy. So yeah. So after that, in 2020, I ran into a TikToker. He was posting about Mafia POVs and everything. I basically think I said this so many times. So he was posting Mafia POVs, and I was watching them. And to be honest, I fall in love with that, like all the Mafia POV. So after watching it for a couple of months, I started planning the first ever Mafia series, or won't say the first ever Mafia series because that was pretty late in the time. So I started playing my own character, Mafia Rush. At that point, when I first started being my character, the character name Mafia Rush wasn't born yet. It was born one. It was born 1 month after I posted the before 1 month I posted the first ever Mafia series, which that Mafia series was pretty old. So yeah. And at this point in 2020, it was during the pandemic too. It was during the COVID-19 period. We didn't have much. We were relying on YouTubers and TikTokers to entertain us during the pandemic. So after 1 month after I introduced the Mafia Rush character name, which is now called as Mafia Rush, that's where the Mafia series was born. So yeah. So after that day, Mafia Rush, the character wasn't being the fame it was. It only started being famous in 2021, 2022, and Mafia series also wasn't being how many views I was earning now. And to be honest, that character was supposed to be a mistake. Yeah. So from 2020 towards the end of 2020 until the start of 2021, I was really planning to stop being that character because it was a mistake, and it wasn't supposed to be that very famous character. That where almost every people know me as. But after a lot of persuasive from my friends asking me to continue doing this, I decided to continue doing this. So yeah. So if you guys got to thank someone, you guys got to thank my friends, man. Without them being persuasive of me continuing doing this, the Mafia Arcade won't be known until 2024, where I decided to end it. But I'm officially saying in 2026, Mafia R series and the Dark series will be back. That's not a spoiler. That's not a prediction. That's a spoiler. Um. So yes. So after from 2020 to 2021, I was posting Mafia series on TikTok. Like so, basically from 2020 to 2021. Back then TikTok didn't have the 10 minutes video that they have now. So every so for example, it's like I was recording 12 parts for one Mafia series, right? Um, it would take at least 60 seconds for me to record one video, one part. Alright, and then editing what I say in that TikTok video would take at least like 2 to 3 minutes alone. Um, so yeah, so if one part took me 1 minute, right? You guys can count 12 parts took me 12 minutes. And like writing the captions and everything was like hard back then when you use TikTok, but now it's a lot easier. Um, and a lot of people is going to ask like, why did I started doing YouTube very late until 2022? Why did I wait until 2022? Because my goal was actually to grow my fame at TikTok, then bring my friend from TikTok to YouTube, and so it did work at least. Um, So from 2019 to 2021, I was just staying on TikTok. I was planning to stay on TikTok forever. Actually, I wasn't planning to go on YouTube. After like me thinking a lot, I was like, no, if I keep doing this and I keep posting the parts at TikTok, I won't be able to do as long as I can go and was planning to go. So I decided to move to YouTube in 2022. So once I moved to YouTube, of course, I didn't know about editing all that. I didn't know about intro making. I didn't know about thumbnail making, all that. Um, until like couple months after it, I post my most famous TikTok video on the YouTube Shorts, and that's where my frame started to grow. So yeah, after that, I was basically just learning about everything that I need to learn to start recording my own YouTube video. So basically just the basics, not the expert. So after learning for a couple months, basically like so long, um, I decided to restart the whole Mafia series again because the planning and the writing of the scripts but that was so terrible that nowadays. Um, so after renewing everything, posting the first ever Mafia series, at this point I restarted the Mafia series for the first time really. So when I first posted the first ever Mafia series, it didn't get a lot of views of course. Until it reached number 3 or number 4, that's where the fame started. So after just posting Mafia series, I decided to jump into reaction videos first. Then after that, I decided to go into gaming. So yeah. So from 2022 to 2023, I took a long break from posting Mafia series because I was planning to add a few of my juniors and my friends. So basically, I got some of my friends to do it. It wasn't easy to get them to do it. It was a bit hard. I got to be persuasive to them. So yeah, and there's a lot of people that wanted to be featured on it, but I need to choose some that is like very like I'm 100% willing to risk everything into this thing. So after featuring both of my friends, the Mafia series started to blow, and everything. Every time when I go into my old secondary school, they will call me by my nickname, Mafia Rush, and all the teachers will be asking me, why do the students call you as Mafia Rush? Why does Rush got a lot of fans? The teachers wasn't aware. Which thank God the teachers wasn't aware, because if they are, that would be so awkward to me. Um, but I know somebody is going to be like, "Why are you too scared for your teachers?" No, I'm just going to be afraid that back then I will be afraid of what the teachers think of what I was doing. Right? Remember, to some at least YouTube isn't a real job. YouTube wasn't a real thing, and you couldn't earn money from YouTube. To some at least. So yeah. That's why I was afraid what they're going to think of it. Which thank God they didn't know about it. Hopefully they still don't know about it. Uh, so yeah. So the truth of my character is that it was never meant to be going on from 2020 to 2024. No, it was just planned to go until 2020 to 2021. It was a mistake that turns out to be a very great thing to happen to me. That won't be possible for you guys, the fans and that character. But the disadvantage and the advantage of being that character is that the disadvantage is that that character is again meant to be rude, disrespectful, and basically everything that I wasn't back then, or I was back then. So while being that character, I was acting as someone that I wasn't. So it comes to that point while being that character that I started becoming that character in my own real life. Again, that character is supposed to be fictional. It's supposed to be fake. Um, but while being that character, everything turns out to be real. I started being that character. I started being heartless and everything. That's where I was like, oh damn, this is a disadvantage of being that character. Because I was putting hours into it. I was putting plans into it and everything. So yeah, I didn't see that coming, to be honest. So if someone's going to ask me about the truth about my character, I'm going to say again, it was a mistake that turns out to be a great thing that has ever in a million years happened to me. And the advantage of it is that some teenagers will recognize it as Barbara Rush. So yeah, that's all that I'm going to talk about the truth of my character. There's of course a bit more that I can talk about, but I won't talk about it in one whole video. I'll talk about it in the next episode where I basically talk about why I decided to end my character in 2024. So yeah, this video was recorded on 4th of April at 12:19 a.m. It will be uploaded on 5th of April. So yeah. But without being said, please like and subscribe, turn on post notification, do everything that you guys got to do, because you guys are really supporting me. You guys are really showing me that you guys will be there for me no matter the cost. So thank you. Without being said, let's play the second song. And lastly, this is for you all. Alright, I love you guys. Peace.